In this video, I want to give you a brief overview of the Polymega's expandable storage options. So one of the greatest benefits of the Polymega is the ability to install your games to it, so that way you don't have to use your physical media and risk damaging it just to enjoy your games. Unfortunately, the Polymega does come with limited built-in storage of only 32 gigabytes. Most of that is used by the internal games database. So by default, you only have around 8 to 8.5 gigs of usable space on a Polymega before you are out of storage. But thankfully, there are a number of storage options available for the system to expand it, and these include SD cards, M.2 SSDs, and USB drives. But let's dive in. So our first option, and the easiest one, is to use a micro SD card. I have a 512 gigabyte card here, and it's super easy. It just slots in right on the back here where it says SD card, and it's got a push mechanism for you to lock it in place. And it sits in there relatively flush, but again, it does have an eject mechanism for you to easily pull it in and out. Another simple method of expanding your Polymega storage is to use an external USB hard drive. So I have a 1 terabyte My Passport Ultra here from Western Digital, and this is super easy. All you do is take the USB cord and plug it into the front USB port on your Polymega. So the Polymega does provide enough power on its front USB port to power a portable drive like this. You don't have to worry about Y splitters or having an externally powered USB hub. But it does take up a USB port, so if you do want to have multiple controllers plugged in through USB, you will need a hub of some kind just to expand that. And finally, our last storage option is to install an internal M.2 NVMe SSD. So there is an SSD panel on the underside of the Polymega system, so you just get a screwdriver and unscrew this hatch here. And after you have it unscrewed, you can pop the cover off and reveal your M.2 slot. Now there is a little screw here for you to take out that you will use to secure your M.2 SSD once you have it in place. So just get this unscrewed, and be sure not to lose it in these gaps here, because the screw will get lost inside your Polymega system, and it sucks to get it out. But I have a 500 gigabyte Western Digital SN550 NVMe drive here that I'm going to be using for my Polymega, so it just pops right into place. And you push it down and get it screwed back in. And once your NVMe drive is good to go, you can put that cover back in place and get it screwed back down. But once you have your selected storage options in place, go ahead and get power and video hooked back up to your Polymega and get it booted up. Now on the software side of things, after Polymega has finished booting up, you can either go over to the left and scroll down to System and press A, or you could just press the home button on your Polymega Universal Wireless Controller to bring up the home screen here. And from here, we're going to go into Settings and down to Storage. Might take a minute for it to bring it up, but once you do, it should bring you to a screen that looks something like this. You'll have your internal storage if you hooked up an SD card, USB drive, or an internal M.2 SSD. So I already formatted my SD card when I first got the Polymega set up, so I can't show you that one right now, but you'd go in, hit format. And my external drive has a lot of stuff on it that I don't want to get deleted, so I'm not going to format that right now. But that internal SSD is brand new and never been utilized, so it is unformatted and needs to be formatted by the Polymega. So I can press X on it and go down to Format. And I'm going to tell it yes. And then just follow the instructions as you see them. And it will format it and get it all set and ready to go for you. And there we go. Another cool thing you could do with the system storage, if you so choose, you can actually rename them, so that way you know exactly what they are. So for example, I could just name this one SD card. There we go. So you could delete the external storage part if you want to. I just wanted to add SD card to the end right now. And I mean, I know what they are just based on the size of the drives I put in, but if you put in multiple drives that are the same size, it might be helpful to use that renaming tool. But now you're free to begin installing your games to any of these drives that you want to use. And there we go. I hope you have found this video informative. Storage options for Polymega are a lot more robust than most systems of this kind. But big thank you for everyone who tuned into this one. Really helps us grow the channel. We're super grateful to all of you for that. But now I have a couple of big favors to ask. If you haven't already, hit that like or dislike button, just depending on how much you like today's video. And if you haven't already, hit that sub button so you can see when new videos just like this go live. Lots of content Polymega and otherwise uploading all the time. Happy to have everyone along for the ride. For those of you who might want to further help support the channel, there's also that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right hand corner of the screen that you can check out. Big shout out to all of our champions, y'all keep us going. We're super grateful to all of you for being our rock stars. But that's going to do it for this one, so until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, and we will see you back next video.